When your heart is racing, racing at
Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by hills and rivers, there lived a young man named Ayan. Ayan was known for his kind heart and thoughtful nature. He was someone who would help anyone in need, whether it was a stranger or a friend. People often admired his kindness, but sometimes his generosity led him into troubles he didn't expect. One evening, while walking through the village market, Ayan noticed an elderly woman struggling with heavy baskets. Without hesitation, he ran to her side and offered to carry them home. She thanked him warmly, and Ayan felt a sense of happiness knowing he had helped someone. As he walked back, he reflected on how small acts of kindness could create a ripple of goodness in the world. However, not all people in the village were as honest as Ayan. Some took advantage of his gentle nature. Ayan had once lent money to a neighbor who promised to return it soon, but months passed, and the neighbor vanished without a word. Ayan was heartbroken, but chose not to let anger take over his heart. Instead, he reminded himself that true goodness comes from the heart, not for reward. The next day, Ayan decided to visit the old library at the edge of the village. He loved reading stories of courage, wisdom, and life lessons. The librarian, a calm man named Rishi, greeted him with a smile. "Good evening, Ayan," Rishi said. "I have a new story that might inspire you today." Ayan nodded eagerly and followed Rishi to a quiet corner filled with books. Rishi opened an ancient-looking book and began telling a tale of a young boy who had learned the value of patience and careful trust. The boy in the story lived in a distant kingdom where people often disguised their intentions. Some were kind, others deceptive, and the boy had to learn to navigate the world carefully. As Rishi narrated, Ayan could feel himself drawn into the story, imagining every scene vividly. Later that evening, Ayan walked home through the forest path. The sun was setting, and the trees cast long shadows across the ground. He noticed a stray dog shivering near a stream. Ayan approached gently and offered the dog some water and leftover bread. The dog wagged its tail, and Ayan smiled, feeling a warmth in his heart. Even small gestures, he thought, could make a difference in someone's life. Days passed, and Ayan continued helping people, always learning from every interaction. One day, he met a young boy crying near the riverbank. The boy had lost his way and couldn't find his parents. Ayan knelt beside him, comforted him, and promised to help. They walked together, asking villagers along the way, until finally, the boy was reunited with his family. The boy's parents thanked Ayan with tears in their eyes, and Ayan felt fulfilled, knowing that compassion truly mattered. During another morning walk, Ayan stumbled upon an old, abandoned temple at the edge of the village. Curious, he stepped inside and found carvings depicting stories of ancient sages, their trials, and their wisdom. Ayan spent hours studying the carvings, reflecting on how challenges in life could shape one's character. He realized that true strength came not from physical power, but from maintaining a kind heart while navigating a complex world. One afternoon, a sudden storm hit the village. Heavy rain poured, and winds swirled around the houses. Ayan noticed that the bridge connecting the village to the nearby fields had collapsed. Farmers were stranded on the other side, worried about their crops. Without hesitation, Ayan gathered a few villagers and helped them build a temporary raft. They safely transported the farmers across the river, saving their harvest. Ayan's calmness and courage inspired everyone. Through all these experiences, Ayan began understanding an important life lesson. Being kind does not mean being naive. One must be aware, careful, and resilient. Helping others was noble, but learning to protect oneself from those who might take advantage was equally essential. He realized that the world had both light and darkness, and balancing compassion with wisdom was key to living fully. Weeks passed, and Ayan's acts of kindness had created a positive change in the village. People began helping each other more, inspired by his example. Even those who had been dishonest started reflecting on their behavior, realizing that kindness had a powerful influence on everyone. One evening, while sitting on a hill overlooking the village, Ayan thought about the journey so far. He remembered the mistakes he had made, the lessons he had learned, and the people he had helped. A gentle breeze blew through the trees, carrying the scent of flowers and fresh rain.
Ayan felt content. Life was not perfect, he thought, but it could be beautiful when guided by compassion, patience, and careful trust.
As night fell, Ayan returned home. The moonlight bathed the village in silver, and the stars twinkled above. He reflected on the stories he had read, the people he had met, and the lessons learned. Ayan understood that life was a continuous journey of giving, learning, and growing. He felt grateful for every experience, knowing that every act of kindness, no matter how small, left a mark on the world. The next morning, Ayan woke up early, feeling determined. He decided to teach the children of the village about kindness, honesty, and careful trust. Gathering them near the river, he shared stories of compassion, courage, and the importance of learning from every experience. The children listened intently, their eyes wide with curiosity and admiration. Ayan smiled, realizing that passing on these lessons could create a better future. Ayan also made time to mentor the young adults in the village, helping them navigate challenges and make wise decisions. He shared his personal experiences, explaining how patience, awareness, and kindness work together. Slowly, the village began transforming into a more connected, caring, and supportive community. Even though Ayan faced challenges, betrayals, and difficult situations, he never let anger or resentment control him. His focus remained on helping others while protecting his own well-being. He discovered that true strength lay in the ability to remain kind and patient, even when others were unkind or deceptive. Through his journey, Ayan met various characters, some honest, some tricky, and some who tested his wisdom. Each encounter taught him something new about human nature, trust, and the balance between compassion and caution. He learned that life's lessons often came from unexpected places, and that every small action could ripple into a larger impact. By the time the rainy season arrived, Ayan had become a symbol of hope and resilience in the village. People trusted him, admired him, and were inspired to follow his example. Even in moments of uncertainty or difficulty, his calm and kind demeanor encouraged others to stay strong and positive. And so, Ayan continued his journey, helping, learning, teaching, and growing. Each day brought new challenges, new opportunities, and new lessons. Through his unwavering commitment to kindness and careful trust, he discovered that life's true reward was not wealth or fame, but the positive difference one could make in the lives of others. This was the beginning of Ayan's story, a tale of compassion, learning, and resilience that would inspire generations to come.